Testing, testing, testing. Now, does this work? Does this work? Coming to you live from www.com. Is this live? Is this working? Yes! Hell yeah. Well, so I started using this, and then I got my lavalier thing. I got the clip fixed so that it's workable again, but then I tried to use that instead of this, and then it's not recognizing it. StreamYard doesn't recognize it anymore. StreamYard's like, forget about it. So I got to use this again. Unfortunately, last week I knocked this thing off the table, and there's only two legs now. See, only two legs. Only two legs. Because I broke it. So now I need to figure out how to make this thing stay put. I'll figure it out. What's this box for? What's in this box? Aged Denor? A Barrel King Aged Denor glass. I know what that means. That's a bowling. I'm glad I looked. That's a bowling prize. But tonight, it's a microphone stand. Yeah. Oh, it toppled over. Son of a bitch. Come on, Matt. They're never going to believe this is your first time. Unlike other things I have do in life that obviously seems like my first time. Come on. There. I think this is good. Are we good? Fly. I think we're good. Forgot my mouse in the house, so we'll just use the clicker on the computer. Jeez Louise. Unscrew it and set the top on a glass. Can you unscrew it? Well, the problem is what this is all setting. This whole setup's a friggin'. That wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. But this seems to work. This seems to be working. Bob Glass is here. Let's scroll up, see who's in the chat tonight. 182 people so far. We're going to have a fun stream. This is the last stream from here for a few weeks. We have a little bit of a road trip ahead of us. By we, I mean the family damily. Leaving Sunday morning. Going to be gone for a few weeks. So I'll be live streaming from the road, from the ROAD. Tony Bag of Donuts is here. Whiskey Nose is here. Jason Kobe. Jeff Mahar. Tony Frigger back. Jeff Perkins is here. Pam Christmas here. Larry Christie. Justin Potts. How's it going? Michael Whiskey Dog. Mark J. Bauer in the house. So what's the story? Does Matt Madness begin tonight? No, Matt Madness does not begin tonight. But we are getting one step closer. We're getting one step closer to Matt Madness beginning. My mom says she forgot it was Friday. It's Friday, mother. AM Whiskey's in the house. Joe Dickinson. Christine Basco is here. Jay Day. John Crabtree. What is going on, everybody? Average Joe's Whiskey is here. Ty Leezy. Gorilla Glue Enthusiast. Wendy Miller. Chris Reister. Johnny Drama's in the building. John Cloud is on Cloud 9. Rick Thompson is here. Dragon B, Aged in Oak, Annie Norris, all these people. Loving it. CJP Bourbon, what's going on? Listen, hello, everybody. Hello, all. Aloha. I can't set it on top of a book if it's only got 2 feet. It's only got 2 feet. Wow. Drell's here. Scrolling to the bottom. It's much easier to have the mouse with the scroll wheel, but I left it in the house, which is a bitch. You know what? I'm not going to spend all night complaining about my mouse being in the house. So either I can quit complaining about it, or I can go get it. And I'm going to go get it. It'll take 10 seconds. It'll take me depending if any of the kids or my wife stop me when I go in the house, thunder. "17 seconds. Time me. And while I'm gone, I want you all to think about the finest cigars on the planet, Alec Bradley cigars. Just set for 17 seconds. Really think about how you just like to have a nice kintsugi right now and how awesome it would just be. I've had a cigar in a bit, and I'm chomping at the bit to have one this week for sure. But first, I'm going to go with the mouse because I'm not going to complain about it all night. 17 seconds, time me. Oh, go. How'd I do? The door didn't shut behind me, so I had to turn around and close it if I'm 2 seconds late. That's what happened. Anybody? How many? Was it 17? It better be 17. You can unscrew it from the tripod and shove a flat part in the bottom of the ball. Well, we're good. I think we're good now. 30, 20, 32 seconds. Almost double the amount of time I thought it would take. Jeez Louise. That. I don't even know what are we even doing here if I can't estimate time that bad. Oh, Christine, thank you, Christine. Christine got it right. She knew. Thad, thank you. See? Tony Bag of Donuts. What do you got? Some fancy stopwatch, you son of a bitch. Tonight, we have a fun little lineup going to happen. There's a damn fly, and it's going to die. Oh. It's going to bother me all night. What was I saying? Oh, yes. The lineup for this evening. I want to taste. Oh, it's really buzzing. The Junkies new Evernorth, the Nightstalker. I want to try that. My chair's really squeaky, by the way. Sorry, the stool's squeaky. I gained some weight, so it's moaning and groaning as I move. Gonna do drawings for the Patreon. Man, it's really squeaking. The Patreon Carboy bourbon bottles. Okay, it's actually. Does it always squeak that bad? It's really groaning. Maybe I just noticed it today, and it's really. Let's start over. Hi, everybody. Today's gonna go great. Ben Holladay pick. I'm gonna do tasting notes for the Ben Holladay pick. Squeak. Cat's Eye Distillery. Gene Nassif sent me this. It is unrestricted wheated straight bourbon whiskey bottled in bond. A 6-year, $30 bourbon. Wheated bourbon. I'll try that. I don't know. I got a box from Jack Daniels the other day. And I was like, oh my gosh, is it going to be Jack 14? That would be so cool. Is it going to be the new Coy Hill thing? Oh my gosh, because it's heavy enough to be a full bottle. No, but they did send me a Father's Day gift. What a nice, look at that. It says Happy Father's Day. So that's what we'll start the night off with, a little pour of Gentleman Jack to say thank you to Jack Daniels. Am I double mellowed? Not today. America. I'm in the stress process of getting ready for a road trip. That's what's happening. That's all that's happening is I'm just a little bit stressed out. Just a little bit stressed out about the upcoming road trip. And if you know anything about road trips, you got to bring everything with you that you need. Because if you don't, then there's going to be an issue. Right? like you're going to have a problem because everything that you'll need will be on the other side of the country. My nose got wet. Nutty. It's really easy to smell it when it's that close to your nose. Cheers, everybody. Wow. That's mellow. Oh, wow. That Jack Daniel's burst of the yeasty note is really strong on here. The red wine note I get is like extra apparent on this. Okay. Chris Fletcher? My brain will align itself eventually here. Chris Fletcher? The master distiller for Jack Daniels. Why doesn't that sound right? Anyway, he says it's the yeast. The yeast of the Jack Daniels, their proprietary super old yeast that makes that really fruity finishing note. I think that's some people get bananas, but I think of it more of like a red wine note. But it is extra strong on here, and this has gone through the charcoal mellowing process twice as much. So is it actually their charcoal that creates that note? Huh. I don't know. I wonder what their stuff would taste like without that process. Because it's extra strong on there. A wee little pour. It's just a wee pour. Is it just me or is the chair squeaky? Mike Conklin, we just talked about it. We just talked about the squeaking chair. What's with the squeak? It's probably the mic position along with you being more sensitive to the sound. Yeah, I don't know. Everything is just... A fly? Better if... Oh, a fly. Oh, Dad got some wasp stings? Ouch. That's not good. 1WD up in the hizzy. Cheers, Matt. Cheers, 1WD. Thank you for the $2.31 super chat. Is that going to be your score when we go bowling on Wednesday in Bourbon, Missouri? I think there's still tickets available if you go to barrelking.com/shop if you want to go bowling with me on Wednesday in Missouri. I bowled a new personal best yesterday. New personal best. And then I proceeded to really do bad after that. That's okay. Julie's in the house. Julie, I miss you. Oh, miss your face. I saw a bunch of stuff about Destin, about like sharks and like buildings on fire and people getting evacuated out of places. And I just kept wondering what the hell Dan Mike did. If he like, I don't know, did something super romantic with candles or something and then just like burnt the place down. Or if he thought it would be extra super romantic to bring in a bunch of sharks to do some sweet shark thing and then scared off a bunch of tourists. I didn't know, but hopefully your trip is going awesome. Love and miss your face too. Dan said to tell you he does too. Oh, right back at you. Because he's going to try to claim half of this super chat too. Rolly eyes, winky face, purple hearts. I miss you guys a lot. Thank you for the super chat. That's very, very nice. But just seeing you in chat is worth that times thrice. 3 times. Just seeing your face is worth $150 in my head. More than that. Mark Boyer. Jeez. Boyer. It's got to be Boyer. I know it's Boyer. Duh. Get with it. Love you, Matt. Missed a good time today at Evernorth. Well, I'm going to be at Evernorth at the end of the week. I'm going to be in Michigan by the end of the week. If everything goes well, leaving here Sunday. Going to spend a few days at work in Bourbon, Missouri. Who knows what Jared has up his sleeve, but I would imagine I'll be mopping floors and scrubbing toilets, you know. But then after that, I'm going to Evernorth, going to do some work there as well. Just working for everybody. Just, I don't know. Hopefully they treat me good. That's Sean. Never know about him. Just never know. Prediction on your bowling scores Wednesday. Great question, Bob. I'm extremely inconsistent. So this Wednesday, there's going to be a lot of people. I'm going to be extra excited. I'm going to say I'm going to bowl very poorly. I'll say if I bowl 2 games, one of them will be a 140 and one of them will be a 129. But if I'm on fire, then it's going to be like 214, 221. If I'm bowling out of my mind, then I could bowl a couple 230s. That's not going to happen. 140 and probably 130. Something like that. Something terrible. Am I going to the Bourbon Junkies meetup in August? Plan on it. Bob Glass, here's to seeing you bowl Good Wednesday. I'll be there. I don't care about bowling. I just want to hang out with everybody and bowl. I love bowling, but I love all of you more. Thank you for the super chat. Agent Oak, my first actual live Maddie live stream. SJ is all around. So happy to be here. Thank you, Agent Oak. Thank you for being here. I don't know why I'm so ramped up, like revved up right now. I think it's just the anxiety of the upcoming trip. Chill out, man. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. What was the personal best score? 247. I bowled a 247. So league this past Wednesday. I know all of you don't care about bowling, but you should. And Darrell asked me a question. I'm going to answer it and then some. So league on Wednesday, this week's league, I bowled my best series ever, which is a 577. Still haven't bowled 600 series. It was like I don't know, 213, 190 something, and then whatever the rest was, something bad. But then yesterday we pre-bowled as a team for this upcoming week league. So we all got together and we pre-bowled. They set the lanes up for us and oiled them, and we got to pre-bowl for next week. And then my first game right out of 247. Second game, 188. And I'm like, I'm gonna bowl my first 600 series. Third game, I didn't even bowl my best series. I bowled a 575. Son of a bitch. No gutter balls this time, Tiller. Julie, we weren't part of any building fires, but we did get chased out of the water by a shark. That turned out to be a manatee. People aren't taking chances with large shark fish right now around there. That's hilarious. Manatees are so sweet and big, and like you can touch them. You're not supposed to, but you can touch them. You can swim with them. They don't eat you. But yeah, one confusion. You think it's a manatee and it's a shark? Problems. If you think it's a shark and it's actually a manatee, no problems at all. So good call on that. Let's see. How do I give you to address for... What the heck did you say, Danny McGee? How do I give to address for... Is that Borat? How do I give to address for cellar ago? One WD, no stress, buddy. Going to be a great time. Can't wait. I'm pumped too. It's just so we're going to go into Missouri and then to Lower Michigan. Then we're spending a couple weeks in the UP. So got to get everything together. Make sure the truck is not going to fall apart. I got a friggin', what do you call a topper for the back of our Maverick? It's a flated topper. It's an air topper. It's made out of the same stuff that inflatable kayaks and inflatable paddle boards are made out of. So you can fold it down when you're not using it. That's pretty sweet. So I can pack a bunch of shit that I didn't think we were going to be able to pack. Got a jammer shirt for my bro, great company. What the hell are you talking about, Danny McGee? Got a jammer shirt for my bro, great company. Shit, sorry. I'm just joking. Just joking, Danny McGee. How can I get a sample of you? Oh, I have a bottle of that. I reviewed Maker's Mark Cellar Aged last year. Unless it's a new one. If it's a new Maker's Mark Cellar Aged, if that's a thing already, then let me know. But I got a bottle of Cellar Aged and reviewed it last year. I did really well in my end of the year blind as well. The best lane in Bowling Green. Midwest. The Midwest is like the home of bowling. All right, I want to do this. A couple things. First of all, we have the Nightstalker. We have this is not going to be tasted. It's going to be. You know what? This is what we're going to do first. No, it's going to do this second. Think before you talk. Never. Then Holladay, Nightstalker, squeaky chair. I know. I can't help it. When I move this way, it does it. I'm trying to take the weight off of the chair, so I'm on my heels. Don't forget about these. Wow, if this is your first time here, super sorry. It normally goes exactly like this. Let's do a blind first. Let's get warmed up with a little blind, little 1 ounce Wednesday blind. That is this. All right. Start the night off the blind. We also have Matt Madness brackets to do. The seating is complete, voted on by Patreon. The seating has been voted on. Now it's time to build the brackets. We'll do that third. But first, let's do a blind sample. Got one. It's a 1 ouncer, a little one. Empty glass. In it goes. Hide it. Actually, you know what? This is fun when it's live because when I do it in a video, it's kind of hard. But let's see if you can see the label. I'm going to close my eyes. Let's see if you can see it so you know what I'm tasting first. Okay. I can feel the label on my fingers. Not sure if you're going to be able to see it or not. Maybe, maybe not. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Focus. I don't know if it's focusing or not. And if you couldn't read it, then neither could I. So, but nobody put it in chat. I mean, don't spoil it. I don't know where the hell to put it. That's what she said. There, I'll lay it down in there. It's laid down in there. All right. Color on it is dark. That is a dark cherry color. Danny McGee with a $20 super chat. What a gangster, Danny McGee. Just me and Danny McGee. Which holiday cave did you get? Oh, that's not a holiday cave. That's just my sample of my barrel pick. So I did a Ben Holladay single barrel pick, which they don't call single barrels. They call it something else. A one barrel? I think they call it like a one barrel. I think. I can't remember. I was trying to get Shook to pay attention, and when I was doing that, I stopped paying attention. Borat impersonation actually pretty solid. Don't pull a Jason C and bust your ass. Nah, I'll try not to. Oh, you saw it? Good. Good. Okay, Jenna. Hey, Matt, I'm new here. What is Matt Madness? Matt Madness this is a 4th year it's going to happen. It's going to happen eventually. Every spring, do a whiskey tasting competition on YouTube. So I gathered a bunch of YouTubers. Some years there's been TikTokers and Instagrammers and stuff. And blind samples are sent to them. And then we do a competition based off of how well they know their whiskey, what they taste in their glass, answer questions with hilarious song timers made by whiskeychannel.com, David and Kira. They make the best music in the game, and it's kind of just like a total shit show of competition to see who the best whiskey taster is on the internet. It's a lot of fun. This year it's happening in the summer and not the spring because of complications, mostly due to my mouth. Some of it due to my brain. Oh, that's genitalia. Yeah. Genitalia. You know, I knew I was going to, when I saw the name, I was just going to rattle it off like it was nothing. Turns out I'm not on my A game tonight because literally it got right past me. Son of a bitch. One barrel. That's what they're called. Danny McGee just did a blind. All right. Gets Drunk is in the house. All right. Dark color. I would say if it's not a finished whiskey, it is something with some age on it or both. Let's go for nose. Rye. Judging by the color of it, maybe a finished rye. Hard to say, but a lot of times when you haven't smelled a rye in a while, you automatically jump to a finished rye because once they get some age behind it, some berry notes start popping out that a lot of times I assume wrongly that it's like a port finished or some sort of sweet red wine finished rye when it's just a straight rye. So I'm not going to do that yet. I'm not going to confuse myself quite yet. But yeah, a very juicy rye. Wow. That really socked me. That is a full flavored son of a batch. That is a hell of a rye whiskey. That is dark. It is like, you know what I mean? It's not like, it's like concentrated. Super concentrated. If you took a drop of this and put it into a thing of water, you would make a rye whiskey out of this in a glass of water. It's like rye whiskey concentrate. Maybe it'll help me concentrate a little bit better. First sip, I'm putting it at like 120 proof-ish. But I'm really trying to dissect and figure out if there is any funny business going on, any secondary barreling. Wow. $125 proof? Higher proof even? I feel like it has some age on it. The back of it is a bit I picture like a bitter molasses on the back end. This stupid fly is gonna get it. By the time we're done here tonight, this fly is so dead. Like, just so you know that fly, this is a warning. If you don't speak English, hopefully someone else will tell you. But you're dead. Don't come back. 10-year rye. 10-year, 125 proof MGP rye. It is, if it's not an MGP rye, then it could be something with a high rye content, like 95.5, something up there. But One more sip and we'll give it a score. It does dry out a bit on the back. There's a bit of a drying process, but overall, super enjoyable. 8.2. It's a great rye whiskey. That is a great rye whiskey. 8.2. And what is it? What is it? All right. 13th Colony Barrel Strength Rye. I already showed you guys. 127.2 proof. 5 years old. 5 years old. I think some of the age guess came along with the color, and now that I know that it's 5 years old, dots start connecting in my head going, why are things the way they are? The drying part in the back, the bitterness and the drying part in the back gives me some sort of indication of, like, now looking back on it, I don't know. Why is that so dark for 5-year-old rye whiskey? Very good, though. Very freaking good. I like that a lot. I have such a mess. I don't even have anywhere to put this. Closing it up. There. Squeaky chair. Son of a bitch. Matt Mattis is about whiskey friends, and these whiskey friends are coming for the title. Lake Fork guy. Let's freaking go. Genitalia, that sounds really cool and super fun to watch. Yep. It's a good time. Well, no, Casca Salesman, I heard that on their live stream, and then I heard it again on Cameron's live stream. So I knew that I didn't know, but I was like, well, possible that Genitalia will come into my live stream, and if Genitalia arrives, I will pretend to like it's nothing, and I'll just make some witty puns about, I don't know, how Genitalia came in with a really hard question or like something, I don't know. But I didn't. Matter of fact, had you not like told me that Genitalia made her rounds this week, then I wouldn't have even caught on yet. Damn it. Jamie Hughes, I'll be at Holladay in a few weeks. Ben Holladay is an amazing place to visit. I call it, like, it reminds me of Jack Daniels, but in Missouri. That's what the property reminds me of. Dana P, it seems like your weekly videos have been less frequent. Do you plan on dropping more vids, or is this the new normal? It's not the new normal. Things have been nuts, and 2 videos a week is my goal. I know that there's been a few weeks where there's only been 1 video a week. Last week there was 3 videos. 3 videos last week. 1 video this week. Goal is always 2 videos. Life has been insane, but no, that's not the new normal. I would love the new normal to be 3 videos a week, but yeah, everything has been insane around here, and I know it shouldn't be an excuse, but it's my excuse. It's not the new normal. I won't be a 1 video a week channel. That's definitely not going to happen. 2 minimum, 2 to 3. 3 would be my happy place. But yeah, sorry about that. It's not. It hasn't. I've known it. It's been bothering me. That's been bothering me too. Flies speak French. That's why nobody likes them. That's rude. Why do I read stuff without reading stuff? Dark because Georgia. Yeah, I could that's crazy. So what's the next pour? Next pour is, sorry, I'm getting to it. Next pour. Let's do this unrestricted. This is from Cat's Eye Distillery. Gene Nassif. Longtime friend Gene sent this to me. So I didn't buy this. America. That smells really good. He sent this to me, and when I got it, I opened it kind of right away and tasted it, just a couple sips. And I was excited to talk about it because I don't know how he does this. We'll talk about that because the price is so cheap. Unrestricted, weeded straight bourbon whiskey, bottled in bond, aged 6 years. So it's 100 proof, obviously, because it's bottled in bond. A 6-year weeded bourbon with a mash bill of 70 corn, my lisp has been bad today. 70 corn, 16 wheat, and 14 malted barley. It was distilled and warehoused by DSP TN 21029, Columbia, Tennessee. So what is it? Tennessee Distillers? Not Dickel. The other Tennessee distillery. 6-year weeded bourbon. With southern roots, unrestricted weeded straight bourbon whiskey is as smooth as molasses and almost as sweet. Its mellow flavor profile has notes of oak, caramel, chocolate, and vanilla on the nose. On the palate, fruit. Oh, well, I don't want to read the tasting notes. $29.99. He said this is in a local liquor store in Iowa. And when I drive through Iowa, am I driving through Iowa? Probably on my way home from Michigan. When I drive through Iowa, I'm going to see if that grocery store is anywhere on the trip because $29. 6-year 100. That doesn't compute to me. Even if it were garbage, $29 for a 6-year 100 proof, that doesn't make money. Squeaky chair. Fly by. When I first smelled it, I was like, damn. And damn. Oh my. Oh, now the fly's back and it's taunting me. We're going to get it. Believe me, we're going to get it. That's me telling you that you're going to watch me catch a fly with his bare hands tonight. How many sips deep will it be? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, maybe 12, 13 sips, 14 sips deep when I catch the fly? Possibly. 15, 16, 17 or 8, maybe 20 sips. The fly's going to get it. When I first opened the bottle, I got like a cotton candy note. I smelled that right away, and I was like, damn, that's why I smelled the bottle. Not so much cotton candy on the nose of the glass. It's almost like I'm not paying attention to the fly. Come back. Come on. I'm watching. Oh, I'm going to get it. Baklava? I've never used that note with bourbon before. Baklava? If you know, you know. That's what that smells like. Like a delicious layered dessert. like fried dough and chocolate, fried dough and cinnamon, fried dough and sweetness. I like the smell a lot. Let's go for a taste. That's a very good wheated mash bill. There is on the very end of it, the only negative thing I have to say about it is, and it's only negative for like what I enjoy in a bourbon, is some nuttiness comes out on the tail end of it. But before that, it's all like sweet caramels and just like a very oily, enjoyable pour. The fact that that's $30 is nuts. I don't know how much money he loses every time he sells a bottle, but yeah. One more sip. Damn it. Baklava. It even tastes like it. With like a peanut butter wafer on the back end. No youthful notes. Nothing young. Nothing like grainy. It's a fully matured, delicious wheated bourbon. And I like to play with some barrels of that. I'm so far behind in chat. I'm far behind. 8:13. 7 minutes. It's okay. Bob Glass going to Evernorth in August. Hope to meet Dan and Sean. Yeah, hopefully. But if you don't meet them, then at least you'll meet, you meet Brandon, and Brandon's as good or better. Brandon's cream of the crop. Cream of the crop? Salt of the earth. That's what I meant to say. Oh my gosh. Cream of the crop. Gene hates to make money. Gene friggin' Nassif. If it's okay, what do you do for a living? I am a professional whiskier. I've been doing YouTube since 2018, 6 years almost. And so yeah, I've been a whiskey reviewer, growing slowly for 6 years. And I also am employed by Barrel King in Bourbon, Missouri as their master blender and chief tasting officer. So I get to work in whiskey, which is, I know, hard to believe, but it's true. And I couldn't be happier. I'm a very lucky person. I'm a very, very lucky person. Before this, I drove a bus. Before that, I ran a motel. Before that, I worked at a gym. Also hard to believe, but true. Then gas stations, washed some dishes back in the day. Tonight, Matt versus Fly. I'm going to get the Fly. Had some baklava tonight. Nice. Jason, I'm going to catch the Fly. Don't worry about that. Thrasher's in the house. What's up, Thrasher? Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up on chat. Then we are going to get into the next little thing. This channel is one of the reasons I started my own. I pray one day I'll be 10th of this. Shout out Whisker Barrel. Every day I wonder how is this happening, because my shit, if it were Legos, would not be together. It's like liquid. It's bad. JR Nashville, damn, Matt, that Wheatish fish is too good. I'm glad you like that. I'm hoping for more feedback on it as people get their bottles. That is batch 85, my first wheated blend from Barrel King. Wheatish fish. Jim Beam. Jeez. Tyler Smith late to the party. That's okay. Isn't liquid Legos just sand? Dylan, I'm not sure if you know what liquid is. But no. Is sand liquid rock? No, that's lava. Sand is just itty bitsy rocks. Tiny little rocks. All right, let's do this. This is what I want to do next. I'm concerned with one thing with this stream because of the size of it. And it's not what you're thinking. Get your mind out of the gutter. But you'd also be right. I'm talking about this ginormous wheel of names that I have to spin. So I'm going to... Do I dare? There's 2,139 entries. Do I dare try to shuffle the names? While I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other tabs of Wheel of Names open with this live stream on this computer. How much memory does this stuff take? I have no idea. Do I dare try to... I'm going to do it. So this, I'm going to spin this first wheel 6 times. This is for... Do I have the sticker on here? Do I? Bunch of videos. This is Dan golfing. So, just so you know, I don't. Well, I'm going to email it to myself and then put it on the screen. Pulling out the phone. Let's do this. Gallery. Albums. Not the dirty pictures. Just kidding. Where would it be? Bear with me 1 second. I know it's difficult watching this, but get over it. How is it not there? What? So confused. Not there. Thought it was only going to take a second. And according to how good I am with seconds, it's taking me twice as long as I thought it would. Is it under this folder? Oh, it is. Hello. Nice. Email it to myself. Share Gmail to me. Sent it. Now on the computer, I go retrieve it. Oh, I'm so good at technology. So good at technology. Only hoping that this thing doesn't crash with all the tabs I have open. So many tabs. Also, don't let me forget to tell you who emailed me, who I meant to email back like every other email I get, but I haven't yet, like every other email I get. But the longer I wait, the worse it gets. Remind me to tell you who emailed me. Okay, download that. Done. Perfect. Back into StreamYard. I'm going to have to delete something so I could add something. I will delete this and add. I've got so many things in StreamYard. It won't let me add anymore without deleting stuff. Downloads. There that is. Uploading. Nice. Okay. So for Patreon, this is what I told you guys about it a while back, but the upload's taking too long. It's not a connection issue. Try it again. Open it. Uploads. Why? I click upload, then it says the upload's taking too long immediately. Give it some time. Literally give it some time instead of telling me it's taking too long as soon as I say upload. Try it again. I didn't waste everyone's time for 5 minutes just for you not to let me do it. Upload's taking too long. It's not a connection issue, I promise. It's not that. What else? Maybe it's too much stuff. Delete that overlay. Delete this overlay. Add overlay. This one. Let's try it again. Open. Now it's uploading. And it's not telling me it's taken 10 times as long as it took before. Oh, there it is. Good. Anyway. So we got the infinity jug that I was telling you guys about. It's a 6-gallon glass carboy. That's an infinity jug. It's heavy. Every month, I'm pulling 6 375 milliliter bottles out of it, which is this. There are 6 of these. And I'm still awaiting the stickers. And by still awaiting, I mean that I didn't order them until just recently, which I meant to, but I didn't. It's been an ongoing problem of mine. But anyway, each month there's going to be a new batch. And each month 6 patrons will get a bottle randomly, which we're going to do now. But it is this. It is ADHD Whiskey Carboy Bourbon. That's the sticker that's going to go on the bottles with a batch number and a proof and stuff. But it's Carboy Bourbon. Pretty badass. Thanks, AI, for helping me out with Carboy Bourbon. Friggin' dig it. But in order to find out who's getting a bottle, I'm going to go ahead and spin this wheel 6 times. Bruzel's here? Bruzel, you son, is he? No, he's not. Bruzel doesn't even like me anymore. Johnny Brennan, I'm glad to see everything back to normal. Safe travels. Thanks, Johnny. Yeah, getting back to normal. Everything's pretty much getting back to normal. Any chance you can play the Dan golfing video again? Yeah, there's a chance. All right, so this is what we're doing. Why you say that? I don't even know what I just said. No idea. Oh, well, Bruzel, no, that's just a joke. Just a total joke. But let's do this. I'm going to share screen. Present. Share screen. Which wheel of names is it, though? There's so many. Damn it. Is it this one? Nope. It's got to be this one then. Oh, yeah. That's the one. Share. Also share tab audio. Okay, I don't give a crap. So this is nope. There we go. Excuse me as I cough. This is for Patreon. Higher tier patrons got more entries. So let's spin it 6 times to see who are the 6 winners of the Carboy Bourbon for June. Then we're going to do the Matt Madness brackets right after this. So let's just do this. Oh, my computer is screaming. The fan just turned on and it's really, really going. I'm going to prop it up a little bit, get some airflow. It's definitely demanding airflow right now. All right, let's spin this thing before it crashes. Wheel of names. First one, let's go. Now I need a pen. Buds and Bourbon, first winner. buds in bourbon. 5 more. Remove all instances. Nice. Spin it again. Oh, it really spun that thing. Greg Martiak. It's Greg with 2 G's, which actually means 3 G's. Greg has 5 letters in his first name, and 3 of them are G's. That's impressive. All right, remove all instances. Let's spin it again. 3rd patron winning white bourbon is Patrick Mings. Patrick Mins. All right, move all instances. 3 more. Ashley Gasser. I know her. Ashley and Derica. They're terrible at cornhole or bags, whatever you call it. We're undefeated against them, and by we're I mean me. John Griffin, number 5. Woo! Okay. All right. Last one. Last Carboy bourbon goes to Scott Hilton. All right, that is for June. Close that tab, and we're back. That was for June. So there's going to be each month. So July, August. Is it good? June was good. The July I tasted yesterday, like what's in there now. And after adding a lot of the Ascot samples to it, I regret doing that because there's some work to be done. Now there's some work to be done. Did I take my 8-year-old's notebook? Obviously. Did I remember I did that? No. That's my fault. Okay. Don't lose this. There. All right. Congrats, winners. Now, let's do this. Bob Glass is sensitive? Yeah, right. Don't throw stones if you live in a glass last name or something. Whatever that song says. Don't tell Matt, but I plan to tie his bowling shoestrings together when he isn't looking. Well, I can't see my feet anyway, so it'll be an easy job for you. Can you bring a bottle of it to Bourbon in the Barn? The Carboy bourbon? Oh, sure, absolutely. There's 6 gallons of it. I could probably bring a little bit. I haven't seen any Russell's 15 yet. I thought that they were going to like email everyone when it was supposed to drop, but I don't know. Why is this? There. It's really raining outside. We don't usually get a lot of rain here, but the last couple of days have been rainy and stormy. All right, everyone, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to pour a little glass of this Nightstalker, Evernorth Nightstalker, and think about the things I'm going to be there at Evernorth at the end of next week. So this time next week. Maybe I'll live stream with those guys next Friday. Oh, I should talk to them about that. Maybe next Friday will be Maybe from Evernorth or maybe from the friggin' castle. I don't know. America. I'll have to do some convincing. But I'm going to be there next week, and I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm doing a barrel pick. I might be doing some blending. I don't know. But I know I'm going to be there. It's scheduled. It's the way I live my life. Not knowing what I'm doing. Just doing what I'm told. Hopefully they tell me what I'm doing. Otherwise, I'm going to just stand there for 3 days. This is Evernorth Spirits. It's got the label on it that you want to touch and feel. It's got a very satisfying touch to it. It's like the wzzz shorts. Evernorth Spirits Co. 750 milliliter Nightstalker. 60% alcohol by volume. Barrel proof. A blend of straight bourbon whiskeys. Nightstalker Volume 2 originates from an experimental mash bill distilled by Sagamore that provides viscosity and notes of notes. It says black cherry and dark sugars. We'll see. Whiskey sources: 4.5 year Sagamore bourbon, high rye, 4.7 year, which I think when Dan puts 4.7, it means 4 years, 7 months. He's just bad with decimals. And 4.7 year Sagamore bourbon low rye, 5.5 year, or 5 year, 5 month if he still sticks to his 0.5 meaning a month. Wonder what 11 month would be. 5.11. 5.5 year Sagamore bourbon low rye, 7.5 year MGP bourbon high rye, and 7.5 year MGP bourbon low rye. So it's a blend of Sagamore distillate and MGP distillate. It is Omen Volume 2. Each Omen release is crafted in distinct locations to reveal the endless possibilities of whiskey. The personality reflected on each bottle is indicative of the experience within. We hope you enjoy each spirit however the hell you see fit. EvernorthSpirits.com. You can do a commercial for this stuff. Nightstalker. Do I have NS1? I don't. I have Spirit Walker 1 and a bunch of their bourbons and rye, like the Essence, their single barrel lines. A couple American whiskeys, a couple bourbons, a couple ryes. But I don't have Nightstalker 1. Indicative. Nailed it. That's right. I see the JD 10 and 12 Pitchva number and thinking, Danny McGee, are you? What type of keyboard are you typing on tonight? I didn't even know it was you until I read it, and then I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Was it Danny McGee? Yeah. Pitchva. I see a JD 10 and 12 Pitchva number and thinking of 1 through 8. Pitchva number and thinking of. I'm trying to figure out what that means, and I'm dedicated. Pitch number and thing. No idea. I'm sure you'll explain in a second. Texture label, very nice. Yes. See, Scotty's here. Nice. Yeah, I'd love to live stream with those guys. It's been quite a while since we have. Pick behind you. Pick a number I'm thinking of. Pick behind you on yourself. Pick behind you. Oh shit! I have no idea what's happening right now. Shelf. Pick a number on my shelf. What is that? Damn, that smells like something that I can't put my finger on. It's like a nostalgic sort of candy smell. Like a minty. All right, let's do this. 259 people in chat. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Don't do any of that. Just taste the Nightstalker. That's what I'm doing. I don't know what the hell Danny's talking about. Let's do this. Patreon voted on all the seeding for Matt Madness. The only two names you will not see who are in Matt Madness this year, who were not given a seed, are Dan Shook, the Bourbon Junkies, who is the defending Matt Madness Whiskey Tasting Invitational World Champion, and Cameron, who won the Matt Madness Whiskey Tasting Invitational World Championship the year prior, and also beat me and Dan in some other competition that Bill Kavanaugh put together, like champions thing. I don't know. I think he cheated, or he just had a really good day. But anyway, those two are guaranteed a seat in the finals. There are 4 stepladder competitions that we're going to do the brackets for tonight. The seating is already set. All we got to do is build the brackets, and that's why we have the Wheel of Names. It smells like a Halloween bag. Like when you get home from trick-or-treating and you open up your pillowcase of Halloween candy, and there's like this small box of Junior Mints, and then you open that and eat it, and then all of the rest of the candy still has that Junior Mint, like sort of, like you can't really shake the Junior Mint for a while after that, so it smells like candy bars mixed with Junior Mints. Or just a Halloween bag. That's good. They put that together really well. That is from start to finish, front of the palate to the back, very well rounded. It doesn't have any jagged points or sharp points. Everything fits together really well to make a delicious, like, the tasting experience is off the charts. Like, it's, how do I word this the way I want to word it? A lot of times the blends get wonky, and like they do certain things that you don't want whiskey to do, like get really bitter in a place, or like sharp around the edges, or like really spiky in areas. From the front of the palate to the back, first sip anyway, super impressed. That's a hell of a blend. When you're blending 2 distillates together and stuff, not easy to make something that's as cohesive, which is the word I was thinking about and trying to find in my brain for the last 45 seconds, which probably means 90 seconds. A very cohesive and well put together blend. It is spicy. There's like a black pepper that is very prominent on the mid palate, surrounded by sweetness. It's like if you pictured the center section of a candy bar, and it's like chocolate, caramel, nougat with a pepper center, and it were just dipped and soaked in delicious bourbon for a while. It's what that. It's like the Twix bar that was a spicy, alcohol-filled cookie treat. That is good. I like that. the spice, I think, is coming from the high rye mash bills, because it does have a very rye. It's a very aggressively. I don't know if aggressive is a word, but it's very like there's a prominent ryeness to it, where you could probably almost convince somebody that it could be a rye whiskey. It's kind of like right on that edge. I wonder what the overall mash bill is. Oh, wait. Wow, I just got something there too. What was that? That was different. Like one of those Mary Jane. No, not Mary Jane. Just for a split second. One of the orange and black Halloween candies that come in a wrapper, and they're either orange or black. I think it's the same flavor. It's like a peanut. I think it is a Mary Jane, right? But for a split second, I got that flavor, and then it kind of went back into the pepper. That is good. They're just starting too. That's crazy. That's one hell of a blend. I like that. Sorry. Once I get into trying to think of stuff, and I ignore chat for a minute, so that's my bad. Pillowcase. Mine was a golden trash bag. Garden trash bag. What? A 33 gallon? Go look at the moon. What is happening tonight? Thanks for all you do, Matt. Got to go to work now. Rick, thank you for being here. Have a good night at work. Man, too late to go to work. Just go to bed. Look at the big brain word, right? I already forgot what it was. Already forgot. Mark Blanchard, what's up? What's going on, Mark? The rest of batch 85 tonight? No, there's no way. There's no way you're drinking the rest of wheated fish. You must have just got it. I remember Jared visiting Evernorth and working on a blend with the Junkies. What did they do with that blend? Is that this one? I don't remember which blend that was. I'm not sure if that was this one or a different one. They're pumping some stuff out of there, so I'm not sure which one that was. Somebody will know, though. Dan nailed it when he said, is a Whiskey Nerds whiskey? Yeah, I'd like to. I'm going to sit with it by myself for a bit, because I feel like there are some thinking can go into it, because every time I sipped it, it was different. But I'd like to think about why and what's happening, and like how that all came together that way. Look at the mash bills. Think about it. Think about Dan and his fuzzy Nike shoes. Just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Stirring it around. Like Bit O' Honey? No, there's different. They're a little bit different. Oh, there's Barrel King in the house. Hello, Barrel King. I love you. Oh, by the way, guys and gals. There go some bowling pins. Look at that. Look at that. That is a friggin' Ascot Award. And these things are made by the same company who makes the Emmys. What are they called? An Oscar? An Emmy Award? The Oscars or the Emmys? The same company that makes those awards make the friggin' Ascots. And this thing weighs a lot. It's heavy. It's super heavy. Ascot Award 2024 double platinum winner, Barrel King Knighted Bourbon Batch 81. Hells yeah. Thank you, Jared, for making sure I got myself an Ascot. I'd like to thank everyone who's ever believed in me, and all of those who didn't. I didn't prepare a speech, but it's great. Shouldn't have taken that out. That's a bad idea. Not only did I make a winning blend, but over the last 2 years, Barrel King, everything that Barrel King has submitted has won either a platinum or a double platinum. I think maybe one gold, maybe in there somewhere. But I think of like 14 entries, 14 winners, which says a lot because looking at my sheet, the things that I awarded medals to, not everyone gets medals. So Barrel King killing it, and very, very happy to be working with them. And look at that. First of hopefully more than one. Nightstalker 2 reminds me of the rare character exceptional series as far as palette movement and finish. The only exceptional series I've had is the malt whiskey. I don't know where it's at, but I think that the only exceptional series I've had was a malt whiskey from Rare Character. That was Nightstalker 1, the one that Jared worked on. Oh, yeah, so everyone's already saying Nightstalker 1. Peanut Butter Kisses. My mom's so smart. How many times, thousands of times, did Dan give his hair the hand come over while making... Who emailed who? Who emailed? What are you talking about? I don't know what the email talk is all about. You've come a long way from the Bass decanter opening. Hey, listen. Sometimes you twist caps the wrong way. You? What are you talking about? Who emailed you? You. This is a reminder. Oh! When I said don't let me forget, Rare Stash emailed me. And I need to email them back because they've released more whiskey since the first batch, and they've fixed so many of their problems that I was so upset about. Maybe I was in a bad place at the time. I really said some shit. But I wasn't happy with it, and I paid a lot of money for it. But anyway, they emailed me, and they were like, yo, that hurts. And let's talk. We'd like to send you some of our other stuff to give us another chance. And I'm not giving them my home address. There's no way. There's no way. I'm giving them my mother-in-law's address. But yeah, they started putting all their sources on there and their age statements and everything that I bitched about. So I can't be mad at them anymore. Unless, of course, they send me something that kills me. In which case, I'm going to let everybody know that what I'm tasting before I taste it. Just in case. Dustin Poirier shows up. Since he's like halfway retired, he might be, he's kind of wondering. He comes in and just pulls up his shorts and just murks me. Oh my God. Busts out all my new teeth. I got to tell, hey, I'm going to email them back and say, I'd love to give you a second chance. And sorry that what I said hurt. Probably should have just relaxed. Also, got a new mouth full of fake teeth and would love to keep them. So don't share this address with recently semi-retired Dustin Poirier. Love, Matt. Are you still rocking the placeholder heat? Yeah. placeholders. I'll get the permanent ones. My next appointment's at the end of August. They got a big award? Bear Stash did? Well, I know a lot of their whiskey is coming out of North Carolina, the Southern. And then it's been a couple years since then. So imagine their stuff is aged, but they were blending it with some Tennessee stuff at the beginning that kind of made sense as to why I'm not a huge fan of it. But I was more of not a fan of them not disclosing anything about what it was. My camera's crooked. Maybe not. Oh, it's just it's my computer because I set my computer up because the fan was going. My computer is like this. And I thought my camera was crooked. Just my computer. Matt, get it together. You can give them my mother-in-law's address. Listen. Every great son-in-law has a mother-in-law. End of story. Their website breaks down everything out. That's all I really wanted. Because when I got a bottle of it the first time, their first batch, they were saying that it was really special when they unearthed rare barrels, and then there was nothing on the label disclosed where it was made. I mean, not who made it, like that wasn't on there, but where it was made or the age on anything, and it just seemed fishy. But they've rectified that, and by rectified, I don't mean put. Rectified can mean two different things, especially in whiskey. They fixed that. Yeah. All right. Anyway, let's do this. Share screen. And is it this one? Dave? Yep, this is it. Sharing the screen. Go back to StreamYard. Is it covering up my face? You can barely see me. That's unacceptable. I want to be the main star here. I want to be the guy with the big head. That'll work. So this is the number one seeds for Mad Madness this year. Cameron and Dan Shook are already in the finals. The names you see on the screen. What is one? Why did that go there? Delete that. There. Josh from Stuff and Whiskey. Trev, the Bourbon Wrench. David from whiskeychannel.com, aka Shelf Turds, and Dara, the average drinker, are the 4 number one seeds. They will be the ones to beat. They only have to win one matchup to go to the finals. So we need to find out who is building these brackets underneath them. So first thing we'll do is spin this wheel to see who will get the first number 2 seed. Matt, get your shit together. David will get the first number 2 seed. And so the first seeding will go to David. Damn it. Remove David. Who will get the second? This will all make sense, I promise. I'm just terrible explaining stuff. Dara, number 2. David, Dara. David, Dara, Josh. DDJT. All right. Closing that window. This will make sense in a second. David, Dara, Josh, Trev. Where is my pen? It's funny, I can never find a pen when I want a pen, but I can find a glass marker. When I want a glass marker, all I can find is pens. I really hate it when Jared watches me or whoever. If it's Rachel, it's even worse from Barrel King, because I'm such a disaster, and it's like I feel like they know that, but then when they watch me, it's like, you know, they're looking at each other like, what did we do? This is the guy that where is my kid's book again? Where'd I put it? I just had it. Where'd I put it? Oh, Bespoke Post. Brand overview. Since 2011, Bespoke Post has been introducing DDJT. David Dara. All right, here we go. Let's see who the number 2 seed will be under David. Jason Kobe, best stream I've ever done. Hardly, Jason. David's in the north, Dara is in the east, Josh is in the south, and Trev is in the west. Or group 1, 2, 3, 4. Mark, stop trying to French things up. Dirt. Joe Dirte. How can we replace Cam before it even starts? I don't know. We probably have to. I don't know. All right, let's do this. Share screen. Is this the one? Crap, it's hard to tell. That's not it. Yes, that's it. That's the one I want to share. Share this screen. Now, these are the number 2 seeds. The number 2 seeds we have are Darrell, Clifton, Adriana, and Jeff. So let's do this. First spin is the number 2 seed under David. So who is under David? The number 2 seed for David's division is Clifton. All right. Getting Cliffy out of there. I have an Excel sheet that I've got in the background. So David Clifton is the number 2 seed in that stepladder. Now let's find out who will be the number 2 seed in Dara's stepladder. Who will have to beat Dara in order to move to the finals? Jeff from Hello Again Whiskey Friends is in the Dara stepladder. If I don't put it into the Excel sheet now, I never will. Some things you just learn about yourself as you get older, and that's one of them. Number 2 seed for Josh from Stuff and Whiskey. Josh from Stuff and Whiskey. Who has to beat Josh? Looks like Darrell. That's right. Darrell and that means Adriana is in the Trev Wilson stepladder for Matt Madness. This is fun. This is some logarithmic statistical calculations. What? Easy match. Ooh, look at that. Some smack talking already. Easy matchup for Dara. We love you, buddy. Good night. I have to get up early and get the barrel room ready for your blending binge next week. I'm super pumped. I get to blend on location. Am I nervous? A little bit. I'm a little nervous. Dylan, I know I have a hard time sounding genuine, but I'm having a great time. Wow. Could you be any more not genuine when you say that? It's a joke. Jeff. Who's Jeff? Jeff from Hello Again Whiskey Friends. Mr. Jeff Whack himself. This has been a long time coming. I know. It has been. Good night, Jared. Have an awesome evening. See you in a couple days. Let's see. Next up, the number 3 seeds, I should say. But first, I can't just sit here. Did I pour everything I wanted to pour already? Oh no, my Ben Holladay pick. Son of a bee. Almost forgot. America. This is my Ben Holladay pick, available to Patreon soonish, I would imagine. Not sure how long it takes, but I picked this last month. So just got the sample. And I need a glass. Oh, that was my knee that just cracked. I don't know where to put anything. The Ben Holladay pick is Missouri Straight Bourbon Whiskey. It is the original, their rye whiskey. It's not their wheated bourbon, but their rye bourbon. Location was C4173. Age on this small bitch, 7 years, 4 months, and it is 121.4 proof. Funny thing with this pick, I was there with Dan of the Bourbon Junkies, Sean of the Bourbon Junkies, and Ryan Alves. A great time, great tour. I can't recommend Ben Holladay enough. Between Ben Holladay and Barrel King, Missouri's got some really awesome locations to go visit and people to hang out with. Funny thing with the Ben Holladay pick is there were 4 of us there and 5 samples of the wheated and 5 samples of the rye bourbon. We each had a different favorite bourbon. None of us chose the same bourbon as the number 1 bourbon. And they were all different. It's not like they were all extremely close and it was hard to pick one. It's like they were different. They had different profiles and we each liked a different one more. Out of 5 samples, we picked 4 different first places. So there's no fighting. There's no fighting at all. That means that the stuff they're putting out is really, really good. Ooh. Holiday. Celebrate. We'll get into that in 1 second. Let's first of all get these number 3 seeds out of the way. Otherwise, we're never even going to finish this at all. I've never been to Hard Truth. Where's Hard Truth? Church? Share screen. Is it going to be this one? I can't tell. I think so. Is that the one? Share. Yes, this is, wait. Yes or no? Yes. The number 3 seeds. Big Vic, Independent Joe, Perry from This Is My Bourbon Podcast, and Cole from the Chill Filter Podcast. These are the number 3 seeds. Again, this year, the people who wanted to be involved, since it was summertime, I didn't send out invitations. I don't know who wanted to be involved with it in the summertime, so I said make a short video saying you want to be involved. That's how everyone got into Matt Madness this year. Next year, 2025, I'm going to be proactive and send out a ton of invitations when spring is upon us, and we're going to make Matt Madness bigger and better than ever in 2025. 2024 is going to be a fun year. Some newcomers, some lesser known channels, and I have just a sneaky suspicion that it's going to be some of the best music ever and some of the most fun competition ever, because the way things are going to be this year is going to be different. And I think it's going to turn out to be an amazing competition, and I can't wait to get started, which seems like a lie because it's not started yet. But I promise you, it's not due to my lack of excitement. It's just due to me. Anyway. Wheel of Names. Screen is shared. Who is the number 3 seed under David? Competing against David and Clifton is Independent Joe. Independent Joe is competing against David and Clifton, the number 3 seed. That means Independent Joe will have to beat the winner of the match before him, and then will also have to beat Clifton and David to move to the finals. So 3 matches in order to move to the finals for Mr. Independent Joe. The further down the list we go, the more games these competitors will have to win to make their name appear in the final stepladder competition. Could have I done this myself and not done it live? Absolutely. But I think it's kind of fun to watch. All right, next up, who will be the number 3 seed in Dara's stepladder? So far, we have Dara and Jeff Wack from Hello Again Whiskey Friends, who will be competing in their stepladder. Big Vic. Big Vic is going underneath Jeff and Dara. Big Vic. All right. Now, the 3rd seed underneath Josh. Josh from Stuff and Whiskey. Durrell is the number 2 seed in that stepladder. Who is the number 3 seed? Who? I'll have to beat Durrell and Josh. From the Chill Filtered podcast, Cole. All right. That means not Coke, Cole. That means that Perry from This Is My Bourbon podcast is in Trev's stepladder against Adriana from Whiskey Mountains and Trev from the Bourbon Ranch. Very interesting. Going to be some fun little stepladders going to play out, I would think. Rigged? How's it rigged? Hey, Cam's in the house. What's up, dude? Cameron, when Cameron is in my live stream, I make sure to stop what I'm doing, recognize that Cameron is here, and say, hello, Cameron. I'm so happy that you are here joining me on my live stream. Because you're a good friend, and I appreciate you. You're a hell of a whiskey taster. You make great content. You are one of the best percussionists I've known, and I've known quite a few. Like 1 or 2. But you're the best. You look like you could star in a movie or a TV show based off of people who suck blood for a living or for fun or to survive. What will be your demise? Probably a wooden dagger through the heart. But if I have any say in the matter, that will never happen. I will protect you because I like you. With that being said, when I arrive in Cameron's live streams on Thursday nights, such as last night, and I say hello, and I say hello to the folks in his chat, Cameron ignores the fact that I am there. Doesn't say hi. Tears, sorrow, despair, loneliness, no friends, none. Not on the nose anyway. Hi, Cam. Thanks for being here, son of a bitch. Tylese is here. BT's in the house. Independent Joe. Wow, what about all that 1 in a million talk? Cameron says, like, ignored you because I don't like you anymore. Thanks for being honest. I bang my drum for you. Pa-rum-pum-pum-pum. It's all right. What is this? Do you ever pour something and completely forget what it is in your glass? Oh, it's the Ben Holladay sitting right in front of me. I was gonna say it smells good. It's very what's the word I want to use that's not going. The word I want to use isn't a flattering word because Ben Holladay reminds me a lot of old saloon bourbon, like something you'd find in the old westerns where they got the doors that flap open and in and out and in and out, like an old tavern where outside there are duels happening, people riding horses, lots of dirt, not a lot of AC, handkerchiefs, boots with the fur. Yeah. Reminds me of an old saloon bourbon. If they also mixed cotton candy in there, they had a modern cotton candy machine and a spicy old western, like spice bomb bourbon. Like I think I've said this before, but you ask for a water and they're like, "We don't have water here, boy." And they pour the whiskey in the glass and it evaporates. Like Rango. It's like Rango in a glass. Those aren't even the notes that I wanted to tell you about that I can't because I feel like it smells like money in the weirdest way. It smells like if you held coins in your hand and whiskey and then smelled them. It's kind of what that smells like. But not in a bad way. I don't want you to think it's a bad thing. It's a good thing. I'm not afraid to say it. It really builds. Mm-hmm. It's like Bob Vila assembling trusses for your new old home. Really putting in the work. What was the name of that show? This Old House? Wow. How did I remember that? I can't remember shit, but I just remembered Bob Vila and This Old House. Shout out Dad. My dad would be proud of me had he known. He doesn't watch this shit though. If my dad watched my videos, he would put me on mute and give me the middle finger. That's why I love my dad. If I win Dusty Dance Tournament on Monday night, I may have to keep wearing the Macho Man outfit into Matt Madness. Step into Matt Madness. I should have given up on the first one. The first one was good. How do you step into Matt Madness, brother? That's bad. Spandex is making a comeback. The whiskey shop. As a Missourian, we get some great local picks. I have a local Hy-Vee red wheat pick. Bob Vila and Tim the Toolman. Bob Vila was on an episode of Home Improvement, I think. Came in late. What's the bracket looking like, guys? I will share that at the end of the entire thing. We are down to the fourth seed. So let's do that now. Present, share screen. Losing viewers like I lose other stuff. Get it together. It's never going to happen. The fourth seed. Average Joe's. Gary Franchi from World's Worst Bourbon Channel. Is that the name of his channel? Brian from Chill Filtered and the Bourbon Jerk. These are the number 4 seeds. So let's go ahead and share that screen. And spin it. This one is for David Brackett from whiskeychannel.com. We have the franchise himself, Gary Franchi. Whoops. Nope, there's an R in Gary's name. Gary Franchi. Underneath. So, number 1 seed David, number 2 seed Clifton, number 3 seed Independent Joe, 4th seed Gary Franchi himself. Now let's find out who will be in Dara's bracket. Dara, Jeff Wack, number 2 seed, number 3 seed Big Vic, and the number 4 seed is Brian from Chill Filtered. All right. Brian, with the podcast. All righty. That means out of the remaining 2 people, either the Bourbon Jerk or Average Joe's will go under Josh. And it is Average Joe's is in Josh's bracket, his stepladder. That's not the right Excel sheet, Matt. Come on. That means that the Bourbon Jerk is in Trev's stepladder, along with Adriana, the number 2 seed, and Perry, the number 3 seed. Let's jump right into the number 5 seeds. Let's just do it. Let's just do it quickly. Just do it quickly, Matt. Whatever happens, this will be the greatest honor of my life. This is the best part about being a lower seed. The way the stepladder works. Now, if you missed this before, this is the way it works. I'm going to put this on the screen. Why is it not showing up? There it is. So, if you look at game 1 on the bottom, that will be the number 6 and number 5 seed for each of these stepladders. The logos on the screen are just for pretend, just for purposes of showing you how it works. This is not an actual bracket. So let's say that game number 1, the winner of game 1 moves on to the number 4 seed to face the number 4 seed. The winner of that immediately moves on to the number 3 seed. The winner of that moves on to the number 2 seed. And the winner of that moves on to the number 1 seed. So if you are a number 6, number 5, a number 6 or a number 5 seed, you are being sent every sample that the number 4, number 3, number 2, and number 1 seed have, because you might actually be in that championship round, moving on to the final stepladder. So the lower seeds, although have a lot more work to do to move on, do get much more whiskey. Will they get to use it as a challenge, or will they just get to enjoy it? That depends on how well they perform. But it's the best part about being a low seed. How many questions per round, Jason Kobe? That is where the fun comes in, and you must tune in to find out. No spoilers. All right, number 5 seed present. Share screen. It's got to be that one. Just going in. There it is. What was that? Okay, there's a dog barking. Then I thought I heard a gunshot, and the dog stopped barking. Dog's still barking. So, probably wasn't a dog that died. Also a bit scary. Now, let's see here. Number 5 seed 4. Another one. It's not a gun. It's got to be fireworks. We're not in Connecticut anymore. Spinning the wheel. This is for David's number 5 seed, Sam's Whiskey Bar. and Whiskey Barrel, the number 5 seed for David. Now we'll find out the number 5 seed for Dara. Spinning the wheel, around and around it goes. Big bucks, no whammies. Stop on Bourbon Bill, the number 5 seed in Dara's stepdaughter. I'm going to punch that into my Excel sheet. Shit. Bourbon Bill. Wow. Get it together, Matt. Bourbon Bill. Bourbon Bill. Bourbon Bill. All right, now let's do for Josh. The number 5 seed for Josh is Bourbon Retriever. That means prescription bourbon is the number 5 seed in Craig. That's right. Bourbon Retriever. It's like a golden retriever, except for drunk. Then we got prescription bourbon under Trev. How you spell prescription? That looks like it is how you spell it. All right, now we're just down to the last one, the number 6 seed. The difference between the 6th seed and the 5th seed, since they're both beginning the round, there is a difference. And I've already decided what the difference will be. Will the number 5 seed have an advantage over the number 6 seed? Absolutely. What will the advantage be? Tune in to find out. Because if I tell you everything, it's just, well, my legs are asleep. Oh, wiggle it out. Oh. All right. Sam's Whiskey Bar is already in training. Hells yeah. Not all of Connecticut is like that. No, just that corner in Hartford. Have you had any Old Nest lately? Zoe, what's up? Oh, Zoe. Any Old Nester? Shit. Zoe, you have to remind me, what whiskey was that you called Old Nester? That wasn't Old. It was a different. Zoe called something Old Nester, and it wasn't. She's like, "What is that called? An Old Nester?" If you remember, Zoe, tell me which whiskey that actually was, because that was hilarious. Dave says no performance enhancers allowed. All of them. It's like the steroid era in baseball, except for whiskey tasting. If you're not using, then you are at a disadvantage. That's a joke. But there's no testing. Uncle Nearest. Oh my gosh. Old Nester. Holy shit. That is, oh my gosh. That's so good. I miss you guys. Hopefully everything's good. The more I nose and taste this holiday pick, the more I'm like super pumped for everyone to taste it, because it changes. Once it's in the glass, it's evolving. It's like doing things that are improving as time goes by. I say bird's nest sometimes on whiskey, and this is no exception. There is like a fruity bird's nest here. A bold one. Not some like shitty little bird. Not like a tiny shitty little bird that's like, we built a nest. No, this is like a big bird. It's a big bird's nest. Yeah. Is it a bald eagle nest? Probably not. but maybe a balding eagle, like a balding eagle's nest. Yeah, like that. It's 120 proof, so it gets you there. It's like it ramps up quickly. But never spikes. It's like it ramps up and kind of stays there. It reminds me a little bit of that Evernorth black pepper, getting that on here. But whereas the Evernorth was also filled with like a little bit brighter fruits and some baklava, this is more like saloon whiskey, like you are John Wayne or Marlon Wayans. Or Marlon Brando in an old Western. It's just good, spicy. It tastes like, it doesn't taste grainy. It doesn't taste like crafty. It just has this different level to it that Kentucky bourbon doesn't have. It's like it's hard to explain. But once you taste it, you understand it. 1WD, I'm out. We'll see you this week, buddy. Gonna have a great time. Dude, 1WD, thank you so much for being in here. Pumped to see you this week. And I'm going to just bowl all your brains out. I'm bringing prizes for bowling this week, and I'm going to keep them all because I'm going to win everything. Bet. It's the first time I've said bet. But I mean it. Sam's Whiskey Bar took my try shot today, so thank God for no testing. I think he meant TRT, which is understandable. TRY, TRT, same thing. So cool. We bought an Old Dusty, but it wasn't Old Nesta. That Old Dusty you shared with me at Whiskey Weekend was really, really good. Sam's? Pumped to talk to you and pumped to see what you got. Can you handle the heat? Can you handle the music? Can you defeat 5 other people? We'll see. Annie Norris, not a hoe, but here. All right, Annie Norris. Now every time I see a name, I'm wondering if it has some sort of different meaning to it. Annie Norris. Sounds like a normal name to me. Welcome in, Annie. All right, let's do the 6 seeds. The 6 seeds, and then we are done with the Matt Madness brackets. Share screen. The last wheel of names, sharing it. Sharing is caring, and I care for Matt Madness. Hells yeah. All right, here we go. Spinning the wheel. This is for David's bracket. The number 6 seed in David's stepladder bracket is Drams for Dummies. Okie dokie. Drams for Dummies. Drams for Dummies. And next up is for Dara's bracket. The number 6 seed in Dara's bracket. We have Wade from Bourbon Hall. Will he haul his ass all the way to the top of the bracket? Chances are he won't, because he's got a long way to go, but he might. Wade, Bourbon Hall. All right, let's see. For Josh's bracket from Stuff and Whiskey, Josh from Stuff and Whiskey, his number 6 seed is John Hughes, who I expected would have got a lot more love from Mentalist Pod. He's still in the tournament, number 6 seed. He's in Josh's stepladder. John Hughes, Embellish Pod. That means that the number 6th seed in Trev's bracket is Gentleman and Whiskey. How gentle is this man? We'll find out. All right, so we have those completed. Now what I can do is, can I share? I think I can share. Don't save that. Definitely save this though. 100% save that on the desktop under file name. MM2024 brackets. Save. All right, here we go. So this is the brackets format. That's no window. Here it is. I believe. Is that it? Yeah. Share. Make that bigger. That's what she said. That's me. That's not the one I wanted to enhance. Dang it. This one? There it is. So, the number 1 seeds. Josh, Dara, David, and Trev. And these are the number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 seeds underneath them. I'm looking at this, wondering who has... What is the most competitive, the best bracket? Ooh, I'm liking the way these look, actually. Wonder who the favorites will be. So if you look at this, Josh, Dara, David, and Trev only have to win 1 match to move to the finals. Darrell, Jeff, Clifton, and Adriana only have to win 2 to move to the finals. As we go into the 3, 4, 5, and 6 seeds, they really have their work cut out for them. Wonder who the sleeper is. Could Gary Franchi defeat Independent Joe, Clifton, and David to move to the finals? That could be a vote or a bet right there. Not sure what the odds would be. Looking at the 3 seeds, Perry's a good looking number 3 seed, but Adriana's got a pallet on her, and Trev should be a pushover. That's a joke. Trev means business, and he's bound to win something one of these years. Exit full screen. Very fun brackets. Very fun brackets. How long will it take for each of these step ladders to go along? An hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4, 5, 6, 7? I don't know. I've never done it like this before. It's like an entirely new position in the tantric handbook of Matt Madness. And we won't know until we try. Next year, we'll say, remember that silly thing we tried last year? What were we thinking? Or it could be just a new way that we do Matt Madness every year. It depends. What's your training advice for participants? Training advice for participants. Good question. Great question. Happy you asked. Focus on the things that you really need to focus on. Like your zodiac sign. And the thing you see in the newspaper every day that tells you what your zodiac sign should do. And follow that to a T. Also, I would probably hone in on knowing the difference between a bourbon and a rye. Is your proof meter on point? Is it? Is it really? Do you know the difference between a Scotch and an Irish whiskey? Does that even matter? No, not this year. Unless, of course, it really matters this year. Sometimes you just don't know what's coming. Do you know the difference between a double oaked whiskey and a toasted whiskey. Huh? Do you know the difference of that? No? Shame on you. You'll never make it out of the first round. Do you know the bottle off of her smell? No? Shame on you. There are many things that you need to learn if you're going to compete in Mad Madness. How well do you compete under pressure? Are you going to crumble like a dried out cookie? Or will you thrive like a Viagra-filled Dan Shook? You just never know until you know. And that's what we're here to find out. Do you have what it takes? Do you got what it's got? When David from thewhiskeychannel.com is singing nothings into your ear, and by nothings I mean everything's, he hits deep. He knows what gets to you, and he'll sing about it in a lovely voice. Can you smell whiskey when he's doing that? Probably not. But that's what we're here to find out. That's why we do this. That's why we do it. Hide current comment. I think Shayla Bot's going to be in the Shayla Bot spot. I think that she's going to be keeping score this year. I think she's going to have a much easier job. It's not going to be as complex or complicated, unless, of course, it's more complicated. Haven't really thought that part through yet. Matt said Trev can slug it. I never said that. Never did. Jeffrey Wack, this will be so much fun. Jeff, you guys are the... Oh, and by the way, I got your message. Thank you. I got your message. Didn't respond to it. Was going to respond to it. Got sidetracked like every other message and email I get. Thank you. We're leaving on Sunday for a vacation. If it arrives after that, I'll have someone throw it in the house. But I appreciate you very much. Fortunately for Darrell and I, we train every Whiskey Wednesday with blind flights on Hello Again, Whiskey Friends. If any of the names that you saw tonight who are competing that you're unfamiliar with, rewind this, go to their channel, check them out, subscribe to them, show them some love. Yeah, it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a fun time. No floor whiskey in 2024? No floor whiskey? Oh, shit. I thought I still had the King of Kentucky down there. I was going to be like, why? You don't want this? But it's not down there. I just have whiskey on the floor that I need to shoot videos for before Sunday so that I can put out 2 videos a week while I'm gone. All right, that's going to do it for tonight. The Brew Baker Maker is here. Ernie, what's up? Hey, Ernie. Thank you for showing up. I'm about to leave, though. Tommy D, watching you on the big screen, chilling at Big Vic's get-together in Cali. Oh, that sounds beautiful. Sounds really nice. Jason Mount's going to have to go back and watch the stream. Had to leave for a few hours. He didn't really miss much. Just a lot of me doing me stuff. Yeah. An all Barrel King Knighted flight would be epic. Could happen. It could happen. You just never know. You never know what's going to happen. Did I hit on everything I needed to hit on tonight? I think so. Oh, shout out to Brian Bikey from Abandoned Bourbon. He is such a gentleman. This is just a quick story saying how friggin' cool this dude is. Because I think in like 2020, I was either on a live stream. I was on a live stream with him. I'm not sure if it was on my channel or on Drew P. Whiskey's channel, but I was on with him, Brian Abandoned Bourbon, and Drew P. Whiskey. And we were just like shooting the shit, talking. And I told him that I really, really wanted an old Forester President's Choice. This was like 4 years ago. The other morning, my phone rings and I look at my phone and it's a number that I don't recognize and I'm asleep and I ignore it. I'm like, oh gosh, you're not scamming me this early in the morning. And then I get a text, and it's from the same number, and it's like, hey, President's Choice is dropping. Here's the link. I was like, shit. So I click on it, and it's like, you'll be assigned a random number when when this goes live. So it goes live, and it's like, you are number 40 or something in line. Then it's like, you are number 100. Then it's like, you are over 200th in line. I'm like, how did I lose places in line by not moving? People just cut in front of me. So I exited it out. Fast forward like 5 minutes, Brian calls me back, and he's like, I'm in line. I'm early, and I'm going to try to buy you a bottle. He's like, hang out. Like, I'm going to get you, like, I was going to buy a bottle, but through him, he was going to like hook me up. Like he's wasting his time to do me a favor, which he could do for himself and get a bottle of President's Choice for himself. It didn't work out like the way that everything fell, and like the older barrel. I think there's maybe like a 7-year barrel available, but when I buy a bottle of President's Choice, I'm going to want it to be a good one, like one of the best. But he was at like a friggin' doctor's appointment on the phone with me, getting my credit card information so that he could buy me a bottle of President's Choice, like with his time. Incredible dude. Abandoned Bourbon. Go follow Brian. He's a stand-up, super sweet guy, and it just blows my mind how cool people are. He still has some work to do though, because I didn't get a bottle. That son of a bitch. Thanks a lot, Brian, for nothing. Just kidding. Can we see that video of Dan again before we leave? Absolutely. One more swing, and this is a drive. We can see Dan throw an axe first. Those are always fun. Those are always fun. I need to find a bunch more clips for this year, because we can't just resurface the old clips. Here's Dan driving. That's a bummer when he dropped. Is that glassware? Oh, that's not glassware, is it? What was the problem with that, Dan? What happened?
Oh, no. Oh, dude. We're having so many malfunctions.
There's so many malfunctions. That's going to do it. I love Dan, and I'm happy that he puts himself out there for me to clip. I love it. Sorry, Dan, but still love you. All right, I'm out of here, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. If you're a patron and you just joined, or if you were here for the beginning of the stream, I picked the 6 names randomly for the Carboy Bourbon. The Ben Holladay tasting notes are in this video. I think you're really going to love that single barrel. Evernorth blend pick coming soon for patrons. There's going to be a Barrel King collab involving patrons. Wild Turkey Russell's pick coming up. Also, the 4-gate is in the process of being finished. So a lot of cool things happening for Patreon, and a lot of cool things coming up for the channel. Thank you all for supporting me through all of life and hanging in there with me. I love you guys so much. Y'all are the best. High fives, Nux. And if you'll accept it and you won't be upset, great game. Good night. Goodbye. Very cohesive stream. So bad. It's so bad. Oh, goodness gracious.